Are you ready to learn? Today we're going to do some more phoneme deletions. We will begin by practicing our sounds. You can do it on your own. Now say your sounds again without the picture prompt. Say the letter names. S, P, T, M, A, I. Our new sound I can be represented by the lowercase letter I and the capital letter I. The capital letter I represents the sound I, but it also represents a whole word. The word is I. Read your tricky words. I. Listen for the sound I in words and notice where it occurs most often. Is it the beginning, the middle, or the end? Where is I in the word pin? Stretch it out. P, I, N. Where did you hear I? It was in the middle. Stretch out the word sip to find the place of I. S, I, P. Where did you hear I? In the middle. Now we'll do it without pictures. Stretch out it to find the place of I. It. Where does it belong? It was the first sound. Find the place of I in the word miss. Stretch it. M, I, S. Where was I? In the middle again. Have a go on your own. Find I in kit. In the middle again. Find the place of I in the word tick. In the middle. Last one. Find the place of I in the word ink. At the beginning. Where did we find I in most of those words? It was at the beginning for 2 words, but most of the words it was in the middle, and we never heard it at the end. We found the letter I in the middle of most of the words we just read. That is because it is a special letter. It is called a vowel. Say vowel. We have now learned 2 vowels, A and I. Yesterday, we learnt to delete phonemes. Say bus without the B. Remember to keep the first sound in your head. S. Blend the last 2 sounds. Us. The word bus without B is us. Say cat without the K. at. Blend it. At. The word cat without k is at. Say dog without the d. Og. 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 Dog without d is og. Try this one on your own. Say sun without the s. Did you say un? Say pig without the p. Ig. Say car without the k. Ah. To read words, we need to blend phonemes together. We start on the left-hand side and say each sound. And then we go back to the left and we blend those sounds together until we have read the word. When we want to spell a word, we need to stretch that word out until we can hear each individual phoneme. Then we need to write down the letters that represent each phoneme. Here is an example of how to spell words. I want to spell the word it. Stretch it, it. Now that first sound, I. Which letter was representing I? It was the letter I. So I've done that. Now it. What letter was T? The letter T. It. I have just spelled the word it with the letters I-T. Now I want to spell the word at. Say at. Stretch it with me. At. At. So the first sound was a. Which letter did I use for a? The letter A. At. Okay, the next letter was T. So which letter represented T? It was T. The letters A and T together spell at. This time I will spell the word am. Say am. Stretch it out with me. Am. Okay, the first sound a. It was the letter A. So I have a. It's a. The second sound is Do you remember which letter we used to represent It's the letter M. I have just written the word am with the letters A, M. I have moved the vowels A and I down to the bottom. Remember, vowels are often found in the middle of three phoneme words. Let's spell the word sit. Stretch it out. S, I, t. So the first sound was S. Which letter represents S? The letter S. S, I. I is the next phoneme. Which letter represents I? It'll be one of the vowels. The letter I. S, I, t. T is the final phoneme. Which letter represents T? The letter T. I have spelled the word sit with the letters S-I-T. Now let's spell the word pit. say pit. Sound it, p, I, t. So the first sound, p, touch the letter that represents p. It is P. So I have p, so we go p, I. The second letter is I. Touch the letter that represents I. It's I. P, I, t. T is my final sound. Touch the letter that represents T. The letter T. We have just spelled the word pit. This time we will spell the word mat. Say mat. Sound it. A, t. So the first sound is Which letter represents the sound The letter M. A. A is next. Which letter represents A? It's the letter A. A, t. T is the final letter. Do you remember which letter represents the sound T? It is T. We have just spelled the word mat. Finally, we will spell the word pat. Say pat. Stretch it. P, a, t. So the first sound was P. Touch the letter that matches P. The letter P. So pat, P, a. The next sound is A. Which letter represents A? It's the vowel A. P, A, t. The last sound is T. Which letter represents T? The letter T. The letters P, A, T spell the word pat. Today's activity is a fun phoneme deletion game. In the link below, you will find a link to this page that you can see here, and you will have triangle boards with some pictures on it and cards. You turn the cards over one at a time and you say, like this card, what is deer without the first sound D? Deer without D is ear. Now on this board where you can't see because it's under a counter is a picture of an ear, so you can put a counter there. And when your board is full, you win. Or if the other person fills their board first, they win. I hope you've had a good time and learnt all about spelling and phoneme deletions.